And so I wasn't even joking. The Sonics are in the room with me now. Hello, fellas.
Hey.
And did you like that? Did you enjoy it as an oeuvre?
Yeah, good song.
It's good.
Yeah, no, but you can see the join, can't you? But you must be getting used to hearing other bands sounding like the Sonics by now, surely. Yeah, definitely. Okay. And so, Larry, would you like to introduce the band members, please?
Oh, I'm sorry, me?
Yeah, why not?
Over there on bass is Freddie Dennis, Rob Lind on sax, Jerry Roseley on keyboards, lead vocalist, and we have Dusty over here on drums.
Excellent stuff, as you would want it. And also, am I right in saying, Larry, was it your mum that was in the band at one point?
Yeah, she played second guitar when we first started.
Nice, that is so cool. I mean, you know, if you were kind of like maybe the Osmonds or any of those kind of pop bands, you could possibly see like maybe an older member of the family being part of it. But when you were inventing garage rock and doing songs like Strychnine and The Witch, I know you probably weren't doing that maybe at that point. But yeah, it just seems so incongruous and funny that your mum would be playing with you as well. That's amazing.
Yeah, she'd do boom, chick, boom, chick, boom, chick, you know, on the guitar.
It's like a skiffle band.
Yeah, no, that sounds good to me. I wished I was there. So the Sonics, as a band, are older than me, right? And now I'm 52 years old.
We're older than God.
Yeah, we're all older than you.
So I am really, really thrilled that you're here tonight. So like I say, you're going to do 3 tunes. We'll have a proper chat a little bit later on. But what's the first song you're going to do for us?
Cinderella.
Nice one. I'm exhausted just watching you. That was just amazing. The Sonics live in session with Cinderella with Freddie on vocals. Freddie, you were also a member of the Kingsmen.
Yes, indeed, back in the 70s and the early 80s.
Yeah, you're blowing my mind, you guys. You really are. So, guys, what's the next song you're going to do for us?
Have Love Will Travel.
Go for it. I love my job. The Sonics live in session, Have Love Will Travel. So, Larry, I need to speak to you really on this occasion. You looked a bit startled when I went to you earlier. Can't say I blame you.
I was asleep.
Right, yeah, okay. But you know, if we do go back to the very beginning, as we found out, it was a family affair, wasn't it, the band, when you started it?
Yeah, I had 2 brothers, saxophone and bass, and my mother played second guitar.
Okay, so what bands were the influences on you to form that band in the first place?
Well, back at that time with the Ventures, Dwayne Eddy. A little later on, it was not Albert King, Freddie King. He influenced a lot of Northwest guitar players.
Right, okay. So, I mean, you describe yourself as not being a kind of a musician's musician, if you like.
Correct.
Okay, so in that respect, do you think that you kind of created garage music by mistake?
Yeah, definitely. There was no conceived plan, yeah.
Right.
We're very limited, so we played what we could play.
Okay, I mean, and at which point did you realise that you were doing something that was not only great, but quite unique?
Maybe 15 years after we stopped playing.
Oh, right, okay. I mean, the funny thing about the Sonics is, you look at so many bands. I played the Witches earlier on, but if I was to go through a list of bands who've been influenced by the Sonics and the records that you made, particularly at the start and everything, you know, I'll be here all night. You know, it's just the Stooges and the MC5 and the punk thing and all the obvious stuff and the garage bands that followed you as well. And at what point did you realise that you guys were kind of so influential? Was that when you were taking a breather and just looking at what was going on in the world?
Actually, Buck Ormsby from Etiquette Records came back from Europe in the early 1980s and said, hey, you know, your records are really playing over there a lot. The radio, bands know of you, people know of you. You could tour there if you wanted. And we just dismissed it as, come on, it's nonsense.
Really? So you weren't aware of what was happening around you? Okay.
No.
So what were you doing at this point in time? Had you just gone off and were you in different bands? Did you just have kind of normal jobs?
No, most of us didn't play at all anymore. We just went off and got married, had normal jobs, the military, just walked away from music, which was an advantage because when we got back together again, we didn't have to learn to be basic. We just took from where we left off.
Yeah, and I suppose that you wouldn't take anything for granted either. And also, I mean, so is it around about 2007 when you this kind of period of the Sonics started again?
Right, 2007.
And who offered you the invite to do so?
It was a promoter in New York City. He'd been calling for several years and dangling offers out there. We always said no. That year we said yes. If we could get together and make it sound reasonable, we'll do it. And it worked out.
It certainly did. It really did. And we're talking to people who influence. There's Nirvana and all of that stuff in the frame as well. But Mudhoney, you've made a record with Mudhoney, haven't you? Is it a split single?
Yes.
Okay. And that was available on Record Store Day, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay. I've also been told that you've got an album in the can. Rob, would you like to pick up here on this one? Is that right? You've got an album already recorded?
Yeah, we do. It's we recorded it last August, and with the producer Jim Diamond from Detroit, and we think Jim did a pretty good job. And right now, it's just in between negotiations with record companies. We're all of us are hoping that August, September, October, right in there, it comes out.
Okay, and I'm right in saying that you're going to come back and do another tour of Britain.
We'd love to.
Well,
always love to.
Well, that's definitely going to happen. It's got to happen. All right, then. So you've just got a couple more dates left on the tour, actually. I've got them written down somewhere. I'll find them anyway. I bet Brian will know. Brian, where are they playing?
Glasgow.
Yeah, is that tomorrow night?
That is tomorrow night.
Okay, where are they playing?
I can't think off the top of my head.
And Newcastle. The think tank.
Arches?
The Arches.
Does that
Yes,
sound familiar?
Arches.
Glasgow Arches, right, okay.
And then Think Tank in Newcastle.
Right, great, okay, I think we got all that. Brilliant, okay. Well, like I say, it's just a dream come true, really. The Sonics live in session. You've got one more tune to do for us, and you've already done Strychnine for Gideon. So what's the last song going to be then, Rob?
Well, this actually is a song from the new album, and this is called I Don't Need No Doctor.
Great. Still ferocious after all these years. The Sonics, really, really wonderful, fellas. Thank you so much for coming in.
All right. Thank you.
And if you don't come and play in Manchester on the next tour, I'll be very, very, very upset. Not that you'll be bothered. It will happen. We'll make sure it happens. Okay, that was just really so great.